Guys, welcome back. So just checking in, took shower, feel pretty refreshed right now, but I'm recording this video from hostel that I'm staying here. I've been here in Munich, Germany I arrived here, landed in Munich on last Monday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so it's been 4 days. Staying at a hostel. This is actually second hostel. First night at the second hostel tonight, but being basically looking for new apartments in Munich while getting settled down, meaning that when you come to Germany, you need to go to a foreign affair office to register yourself with the temporal or permanent residency address. So if you're planning to stay in Germany more than 2 weeks, I guess everybody needs to go to the foreign office to register themselves with temporal residence address. So that's what I did last Tuesday, 2 days ago. And you get kind of piece of paper saying okay, this guy named Sashi lives at this address. Everybody needs to do that because of the tax reason. So you get tax ID mailed to the address you register at the office. And today I went to the same office again to get EU Blue Card, which I got in 2 hours, which is pretty cool. After that, basically I opened up, I started online application to open up an online banking account. And that requires identity verification using passport, or sometimes you need to go to a post office to validate your passport in person, which I did yesterday and last Tuesday, which is good. So I'm basically waiting for it. And those once bank accounts are open, they're gonna mail new cards to your temporal residency address. You need address in either way. Right, and then so basically after that, I'm pretty much just looking for an apartment to settle in. But in Munich, in this kind of situation, it's kind of hard to find because Munich is a pretty big city with about 1.3 million people. But in terms of property and the land, it's pretty limited. So not many properties to accommodate people, which drives up rental price. And I've been every day I spend I allocate 2-3 hours, maybe more than that, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, doing research for apartment hunting. And I've been emailing all the guys, the properties, tenants or owner, or the people who are looking for roommates in the flat share. But most of them are in German, so I need to use a Google Translate feature in the Google Chrome browser, and I translate that in English, and then I send them emails if I like the location and the price. But I've been using 4 websites called Immobilien Scout 24, which is the one of the most famous one. Another one is WG Student. WG in German means flat share, so WG Student is student flat share website. And also another one called WG Guest to something, right? Other flat share website, and a few other. I tried Craigslist here, but Craigslist I don't see much post, maybe 1 or 2 posts a day, and then most of them are scams. They're probably operating from Africa. They tell you really nice, two good looking pictures of properties, a hotel looking furnitures. And then they're gonna tell you by email that, oh, I'm out of country, so I can't show you apartment, but I can, send you a security. I can send you apartment key once you send me a deposit through Western Union or whatever. Those are the scams. So don't fall into the trap. I was actually getting maybe 3, 4, 5 messages from those guys, and I didn't realize it was a scam in the beginning. So I was emailing them hey, when can I actually view the apartment? And then they stop responding whenever I start asking when can I come view? But they can never show us apartment because they are not here. that there's no property existing. So that's that. So it's fourth day, and today I felt a little bit more nervous or anxious. Started getting more anxious because I went to see two student dorms yesterday. They are pretty cheap, but the rules, like a contract for those student dormitory, is that I need to be registered as one of the universities as a student to even like sublet. Because if you sublet, if I get sublet room, they need to go to a like office to kind of get approval from like subletting from one person to other person, and then they probably check like my student identity in the system. And so if I don't have any student ID or anything, they might get caught and then they need to go get fined or whatever. So that was bad news because student dorms are pretty cheap, like 300-400 euros, sometimes 280 euros. The one that I saw yesterday, 280 and 310, especially in the summertime, because everybody many people actually go back to their hometown or do some stuff, and then so they sublet their own dormitory during the summertime. So it was almost a perfect time for me to come and then probably live in those places, but it seems like it doesn't work out because of the me not having a student ID, which makes my apartment hunting much more difficult because I need to find much more expensive ones. Usually a flat share price is ranging from 450 euros to maybe 600 euros, right? I can see 600 euros, but location wise it could be sometimes outside of a city center. It's a little bit outskirts, and I really want to be stay close within like 15-10 minutes by transit to a city center. And there are not many actually places. I've actually researched a lot. That's why I'm feeling a little bit more nervous right now because of that reason. Other than that, tomorrow is Friday. Today is kind of cloudy, which is okay. Yesterday was pretty sunny, 24 degree, and it was pretty hot. Tomorrow is gonna be 22 degree-ish, 25 maybe, the hottest temperature. It'll be nice weekend, but I think I'm gonna be dragging this kind of feeling over the weekends. Like, I need to find, I have other priorities going on. Like I need to find it. It's gonna be tomorrow is 25th, right? So June 1st is actually next Friday. So my goal is to find an apartment by next Friday and then move in from June 1st because I don't want to live in hostel for next 1 month because my work starts from next Friday, and it's really cumbersome to having to lock my suitcase and backpack every time I go somewhere because I don't want my stuff to be stolen, right? Even if when I'm taking shower, just stepping out for washroom, I need to lock it every time, and it's kind of cumbersome, and I really want to just settle down, you know what I mean? Open the suitcase and wash my laundry, do laundry stuff, just feel more relaxed because hostel it's really temporary. But the positive side about one thing about the hostel situation in Munich is that there are like 3-4 hostels right next to each other in one street, right by a central station, which is here. They most of them have like 4.9 euros all you can eat buffet breakfast. So with 5 euros every day, you can get unlimited amount of food for breakfast buffet, which is pretty cheap, I think, because you can easily spend 4 euros for just a sandwich or baguettes. So I've been eating a lot, in the breakfast, like 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I usually, get up first thing in the morning, 7 a.m., eat breakfast, try to eat carbs and proteins, try to avoid fat. But the scrambled egg, it's probably using whole eggs, so it contains egg yolk and egg white, which means egg yolk contains lots of fat, which means high calorie, which adds a lot of calories to my food, my meal. So I stopped doing that since today. Yesterday, day before, I was eating too many, maybe 10 eggs worth of a scrambled egg, and I felt so full, and I was so worried about a little more, like a few hundred calories spilled over to next meal, which means my stomach probably can't process too much of a calories per one meal. Maybe I was eating more than 1,000 per one meal. So probably some extra, surplus in calories were converted to body fat, which is not ideal, right? So I try to just eat like, low calorie, like whole grain bread, hams. Hams are really good. Not salami. Salami contains a lot of fat, but just normal like turkey kind of cold cut hams, and a little bit of egg and veggies. And today, finally, I went to a grocery store and bought spinach. 500 grams of spinach for 1.7 euros, which is less than $3, which is pretty cheap. This is to supplement my food, my diet, because at the hostel you can't cook here, and most of the macronutrients are okay because I can eat I can get protein and carbohydrates, no problem, because they have like bananas, bread from buffet. But in terms of veggies, they have only like peppers, green peppers, red peppers. So those are not enough. So I just have this as a snack. I just eat out of this bag, to supplement. I'm also taking supplements now, like multivitamin, calcium and vitamin D, and also fish oil. I take that every day to kind of make sure to not mess up my diet and not get sick. But yeah, in terms of weight, call me crazy, but I brought my weight scale. It's in my suitcase every morning before having a breakfast. I measure my weight. It's something that I'm kind of OCD about, because I don't want to mess up everything and I lose all the gains, the hard work that I've been putting last 3 weeks. So weight wise, I don't know why, but I see the pattern every time I'm on a transit, like airplane, for like 24 hours or maybe 18 hours, I lose weight. But the feeling is the opposite. Actually, I feel like I'm eating a lot, because every 2-3 hours I'm like getting hungry, right? So usually if I have like meals on an airplane, I eat it. Try not to eat all the carbs, like bread, rice, or some cakes. But I usually end up eating more than half of them, maybe like 75%, even if I try to control myself. And then, so that's that, right? And then, especially this flight coming to Munich from Vancouver, I flew with WestJet and EasyJet. They didn't have any meals, so I brought like protein bars and also a bread and spinach from Vancouver, because they were pretty much leftover food. I didn't want to throw them away, so I just brought them to my shoulder bag, put it in them. And then there was like a 19 hours layover in London Gatwick Airport, not the Heathrow. So I was spending killing 19 hours in the airport, pretty much like taking nap, because the time zone fucked up, and also couldn't really sleep in the airplane, maybe like 3 hours top. So I was pretty sleepy, so slept, took a nap 3 hours, and also did computer stuff, and then basically up all night, 19 hours. And I was eating one protein bar for every 3 hours, and I was still hungry. But I felt like I was eating too much. But I counted all the macros and calories from my protein bar. It seems like in 24 hours window I was having maybe 1,700 calories, right? Which I think is more than a maintenance calorie. I think my maintenance right now is like 16, right? But I think I had more than 1,800 calories, including some biscuits from airplane. But next day I arrived at the hostel in the morning, right in the morning, 9, 10 a.m. I was so hungry, right? After 25 hours in transit, I finally arrived at the hostel. There was a all-you-can-eat buffet, so I just had that buffet around 10:30 a.m. and I had a huge amount of scrambled egg, maybe 2 plates, maybe probably worth 10 eggs. So I counted that. I guessed, kind of rough estimated 10 eggs, which was 800 calories based on my FitnessPal. So, and it was so full, right? Because I was so hungry. And next day, woke up, Tuesday, I measured my weight. It turned out to be I was losing half a kilo, right? it's kind of like, wow, like why did I lose my weight? Even if I ate too much, last morning at breakfast buffet, or also like 2 days ago, like 4 day eating like every 2-3 hours. Maybe because when I was up, my body is burning more energy. Even if I'm not moving around that much, just being awake, it's gonna probably burn a lot of energy, like kind of active, possibly active energy consumption. So that's a pattern that I found every time I fly with a stopover. I tend to lose weight. Also, I didn't drink that much water. Maybe that's another reason why. But again, so Wednesday I had another buffet, too much scrambled egg. And then today I started like cutting a whole scrambled egg thing, and then try to stick with just bread, carb, and hams for protein, low fat. But still, like I gained after 2 days ago. Since then, I gained like a half a kilo again, but still like just a standard normal weight right now. But yeah, I haven't eaten vegetables like spinach for 2 days. I was meaning to buy spinach, but been pretty busy the last 2 days, running around doing errands. So finally today I finally got to buy this one. Here at the grocery store closes at 8 p.m. So that's the reason why I miss buying stuff. 8 a.m. all the stores close. Kind of early, right? Because in Canada, the IGA or Safeway, they open until like 9 p.m. sometimes 11. So yeah, good to be able to have spinach. Yeah, that's about it. Munich. I went to gym yesterday, which is really great. But city center gym is pretty expensive. Like daily walking sessions like 20 euros. What the fuck, right? 20 euros is 30 Canadian dollars. So I need to find a really good location, apartment that is close to gym as well. Because the gym here usually, if it's not like in a contract, then it's gonna be like 60 euros, 50 euros, which is kind of expensive. So I know there's one that's like with a 1 year contract that'll run like 23 euros a month, which is pretty cheap, so damn cheap. So I want to live close by, but I haven't been able to find a apartment nearby. So yeah, overall, 4th day in Germany. I haven't been able to really update or like record my video because my camera is in backpack, heavy one. I don't take that out when I'm out. I just carry a usually light shoulder bag with a little food like banana or bread, some snacks, water, and some documents, right? So I haven't been able to actually pull out my camera and record myself. So all the filming is done on my smartphone, which is I think okay. But I'm gonna buy a new one so that I can upgrade my smartphone's camera. That's it, guys. I'll try to be real and then to be up to date with every day's activities, my thoughts, feeling, and all the experiences, because this is my first time in Munich, like living, right? So I want to record kind of experiences that I've been going through, because there's no first time, right? First time is only first time. Next time is gonna be different feeling. So I definitely wanna catch this experience as a diary, and also might be helpful for some of you guys as a future reference. So yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Pretty chill, nothing spectacular, but kind of more of a vlog style. I'll see you guys tomorrow then, Friday. Have a good night. Bye bye.